artist, I'm curious what you propose as an income base in the times of this internet.
Well, first of all, when you take a look at the history of art or literature, the things that people do, the things that people create around art, music, whatever, we managed to get a pretty sizable body of great art out of the human race without copyright at all. I mean, Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, they didn't have any copyrighted material. Architects still don't, generally speaking. Lawyers, in fact, still don't. It's a separate issue. Art is a relationship. It's not about property. It's about the attention of the audience. And there are a lot of ways to create a venue around that relationship that are successful. Part of the reason that I wrote The Economy of Ideas was because I personally had an experience of how art could be very successful in ways that were different from what had suddenly become the dominant system. The Grateful Dead let people tape their concerts. And, those tapes became viral marketing and turned us into for a while, the top grossing performing act in the United States, and also created a cultish following that eventually made all of our records go platinum sometime over 20 years, in spite of the fact that all the Deadheads had better recordings of these songs than the ones we made commercially available. We made a hell of a lot of money and still do out of stuff like coffee mugs. Now, I'm not suggesting that that's how you got to do it, but I'm saying that I know that there is value in the relationship itself that, if you're looking to mine it, can be mined. And looking at it as property puts you in a disadvantageous position, because the property model is being used by the old distribution companies to disadvantage the artist enormously. The average CD, the price of an average CD, that money, about 4% of that money goes to the people who actually created the material on it. You talk about piracy. People sign a contract. You get some 18-year-old kid that basically just wants to be famous so he can get laid. And he'll sign anything, including all of the rights to any material he might create ever, which is how the standard contract generally is read. Don't tell me about how he's not going to make any money, because he's not going to make any money under the present system that we've got. Furthermore, I think, we're so enchanted by the way economy worked during the industrial period, and actually during most of the period where we were focused on physical goods. Adam Smith was right. There was a relationship between scarcity and value. If somebody wanted something and you could make it scarce, it would be more valuable. This may not apply to information.